Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Powerwash Simulator as we continue to work through the career mode. So down to just $380 because we have bought the most powerful power washer there is. So as we continue, again, this is kind of the progress bar of where we're at in this particular section of the sim. And I am going to go ahead and we're going to take on the treehouse. We're going to go ahead and work through that and see just how crazy this is. All right, hunter load. You probably think I built this filthy treehouse deep in the forest because I've let myself go, but actually it's because I'm searching for the missing link. Problem is, whilst I'm out looking for them, and even sometimes in the dead of night, pranksters come all the way out here hollering unearthly noises and chucking stinky mud around. A few times now I've slid down the steps and clean off the edge. Of course, I've got the reflexes of a mongoose, so I always land on my feet and never break no bones, but it's probably time to get the place hosed down all the same. So pretty straightforward, but just concerning. So we'll start with the sign. Oh, wow, it's got like a back end noise, like definitely a big pump, like I've got a big generator attached behind me, but I assume I don't. I really would have thought, there we go, I would have thought the back of the sign would be simple enough, but clearly there's more to it than I'm getting. Now again, there's probably an underside here. Interesting. Alright, there we go. Alright, so we'll get these, I guess, parts done. Again, clearly tire, T-Y-R-E. Again, shows clearly British origin for the material that we have here, meaning the sim. Or at least not American origin. So, we've got some up there. We're going to have some underneath. Let me see. I'm like, what else is there? Whoops. So, yeah, we're not even close. I mean, if we think through things here. But yeah, this is going to be a lot. There we go. Alright. So, because yeah, that's part of the tire swing. But yeah, it would seem... Is this camera dirty? No, I don't know. What's the camera for? Can I do anything with it? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Well, we got a few more signs, so let's do what we can to take care of these. We'll just kind of get some easy thing. Oh, we got 1%. I was really thinking, like, we're going to have a long way before we get anywhere. But, you know, I'm like, the signs may tell us something now. They pretty much don't. They pretty much tell us everyone ignores this guy. Alright, I wonder if... Yeah, it doesn't look like we have to do anything with the canvas, so that's nice. But yeah, it's tempting, I think, to get what's down here on the ground done and just, have this taken care of. And, go from there. The good news is, at least, it's taking most things off without requiring a lot of extra effort. Alright. Alright, so the good news is, at least... Alright, so I think I got all the tires. Alright, balance steps. What about... Or do we not have the bottom? No, it just looks like it's the steps, so that's awesome. Because then we probably just have the board. Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't need to try to get underneath. But yeah, it gives you a bit of a feeling like, hey, we're progressing nicely here. So we've got the tire swing. I don't think these cameras all around are very intriguing to me. There's scaffolds all around too. But yeah, it's like, is he trying to catch everybody? Maybe. Oh, there's even a little scaffold under here. But for now, we'll go up and we'll try to get the underside of the deck so that when we get on top... Oh, that's too high up. It was distracting and confusing. Oh, I see. So they're joists. Alright. So yeah, we got a little bit of this here. Because yeah, I don't know if the joists go through to the top. They may. We'll have the stairs, but yeah, I'm kind of just trying to clean my way up, I suppose. Yeah, we'll worry about the steps next time. But very large square footage for sure. I see. So rim joists. Now those I bet are up top as well, but yeah, so I'm just not sure I'm going to be able to get any of these taken care of fully down here. It might work. There was like an owl or something. At least I thought that's what I heard. Alright, yeah, that other level just really gets confusing and makes you think you're right there, but clearly we're not. Because, yeah, the lower deck underside I don't think is all one piece. It could be. No, okay, it's not. But there we go. We got one clean. Alright, so it looks like we're just missing stuff by the tree here. Maybe more than that. Alright, so let's see. I guess let's get the parts that are obvious, and then we'll come back and get the parts that maybe aren't so obvious on the flip side. Because, yeah, I think we're walking over the tires and all that. Alright, so another underside piece, but at least, you know, we're getting a little bit. I'm thinking the joists, I don't know. I'll worry about it if I really am not seeing anything, then I guess I'll go up. But, oh boy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Alright, so clearly we can get the joists taken care of. We just need to get all sides, so I'm sure this side is, yep. This side has not been touched, and it has not. Alright, so we'll get these from here. I think we probably have got most of the underside panels now. Oh, now almost guaranteed that they're done. So maybe a little more on the other piece. Yeah, alright, so I might have to come from the other direction here. Oh, there's still some there. But let's get the joist, and then maybe in the process of getting the joist, we'll get the underside. There we go. Kind of what I figured. Alright, so I think... Oh, no. There's something here still. What am I missing? Must be facing the other way. Let's get the edge here, because yeah, if we don't get these, It's not easy to see, I'll tell you that. What part of... oh, there it is. Okay. So now I think we've got all the lower deck underside. But yeah, if I can get this side of the railing, that'll be important before I go up. Otherwise, we'll have to deal with that when we get up top. But otherwise, we've gotten a good amount of this. I mean, again, there's some edging and so forth, I'm sure, that won't quite work. But yeah, definitely enjoying the power washer. Now there was like a whistle. It is distracting because I do this with headphones and stuff. It literally feels like someone's sneaking up behind me in my room and whistling at me. Alright. So it looks like we have like 3 levels, which is crazy, honestly, but... so, yeah, just not sure. This is very similar to doing the fire tower that we did. 'Cause, yeah, it's like, yeah, and it says middle deck, so nicely labeled. But we can reach it from here, so we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of getting all this underside cleaned up, hopefully. I'm surprised again that we're not getting more, but we got one of the pieces. Alright, and how far can we go? Can we seriously get all the way? Wow, this is a powerful pressure washer. I don't even have an extension on. So that is excellent, because obviously from the deck there I can get some of that, but if I can get a lot of this, wow, that I was not expecting. So we're definitely gonna attack this and get as much of this. Now it does look like maybe there are pieces, yeah, over there that we are... well, but some of that could simply be I'm just far away. Maybe if I... yep, yeah, if I get here, it's actually not that bad. Alright, well, we're at 15%. Now again, some of this will go quick because there's just a lot of area that we're hitting. But man, that upper deck is big. Well, at least the engine kind of works its way into the background, I will say that, so that is nice. But you can see, I mean, we are gaining a lot of underside very quickly as we clean. Like it moves along at a good pace. So now again, it's such a large deck that it takes a bit of time, but we've gone from 15% to 18 already, just shooting straight up. At least our sunglasses are working, I guess. You know, we're not getting blinded by that sun right above us. So I'm glad they at least did that in a way that makes some sense. And again, now we've got a much smaller segment, because again, I'm sure at that big brace, I can give you some missing link facts based on what I found so far if you like. Oh yeah, come on, Hunter. Let me know. Alright, so we got upper deck, underside, the center joist. Well, at least we know we're at the center. Oh, come on, that one. That one should be easy. No? Guess not. Well, I guess he's not going to give me anything right now. Nothing further. I guess I'm too far over. But I'm not sure the best way to attack this yet. Alright, because again, we're gonna have some better angles as we get higher up, and that may be the best way to get the joists. You know, but we'll have to figure all that out as we go. Alright, so little underside. Yeah, the scaffolding's kind of in the way. So, and yeah, it's like totally in the way there. But we can get over here. And then we'll get those other pieces from the other side. And again, I think I talked about these up top. So let's move over where we can get a little further, but we're not gonna get nearly enough here because of how far they stick over the middle deck. Okay. Well, we should be able to get these segments. So there we go. And we should be able to get the underside as well. Alright. Looks like we've got some more scaffolding potentially in the way here. So yeah, the challenge ends up being again that we're hitting pieces that we just can't easily get at. Now you'd think these smaller ones would be a little more forgiving, but they're not playing out that way, that's for sure. There we go, that one was. Yeah, this underside is not. So I may want to go ahead and kind of get the joists later. But just trying to get these last few pieces if I can. Because yeah, the center joist is not bad. Let's see. Can we get a view? Not really. Oh. Somehow we missed a whole segment there. And am I on the same side of the center joist? No, I'm on a different side here. Oh, I think we got it. We did. We did get the center joist. Alright, that's above. Alright, so I'd say at this point we're in pretty good shape. 29%, so not bad. Alright, the spiral staircase, I'm thinking is going to be intriguing. So I'm going to, again, get the outside edge. And then we'll do the inside and and we'll do the underside as well. So that will help. But yeah, it would be nice if this didn't take insanely long, but I just don't know how it's really. I mean, we know how high we can spray. We can, in theory, go the whole way up this staircase, because it only connects to the underside. So we should be able to get most of this without too much additional work. It's just, yeah, how much are we really getting? Alright. Yeah, it's kind of calling it the handrail, but it's just hard to tell what else. I probably could have done it without going all the way around again and just shot upstairs. Alright, so let's get underneath. I'm assuming these steps are all together. I could be wrong, but they're not going down, I think, fast enough to not be. So yes, I think this is all just one big staircase here. Yes, we'll have to do the other direction, like the inside portion. Let's squat down a little bit so we get a little bit deeper view here, and then obviously we'll go all the way down in a moment. You know, because there will be the top, but that's as low as we can go here. And, you know, the key is really, are we seeing anything substantial? But the issue is, with as big as these are, it may be very, very difficult. Alright, so let me just take a look on the inside, because I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't get all the angles I could. Alright, we've got the inside, we've got the outside. Alright, I was going to say, the lantern should go pretty quickly, and it did, now that we've gotten there. And then, yeah, we're going to have, you know, the good news is the steps are already more than halfway, which would make sense. It's a little challenging to see the railing in its entirety. Alright, it's all part of the handrail. But we're up to 37%. So we were at like 27, 28 before we started working on the staircase. So that's, you know, been 7%. We got, again, the handrail that is just hard to get a good angle on. Alright. So, steps, not really at 50%. Not sure about this handrail. It does not appear to be going down as much as one would think. So I'm a little intrigued by that progression, for sure. Okay, so this actually, okay, so I guess that makes a little more sense, because it's not just the top, this also is considered part of the handrail. So I guess I feel a little bit better, but we only have like halfway around, another turn halfway around before we get all the way up, so... Because, yeah, this area we're not going to have gotten much more than what we had down below, because we have not touched the top of these steps at all here. It's too high up. So the angle just doesn't align appropriately. Alright. Keep getting what we can so that we don't have a lot of pieces left. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We've got some edges we're missing here. Alright, so we'll go all the way up. Again, the inside of the stairs is always a trick. At the front edge of the stairway, we still can't quite see the end, so more left than we think. There's our truck. In case you're wondering where we're at in perspective of where we started. I'm assuming all those stairs we're not doing anything with. They look pretty clean. Yeah, this looks less like the monastery with the mud than just a lot of kind of moss and algae that you might have from being in the woods. So I'm not sure how much of this is really related to them flinging mud or the vandals that they were so concerned about. Just trying to get the rail on the way back as well. Alright, and this part, no, it's the upper rim joist. We do have stairs that are they're not gonna go, darn it. I was really hoping we'd have all of it, but it does not. It's not going to be that simple. Doesn't look like. So we're going to have to go search for things, which again, we can do later. Just trying to see, is there... No, there's nothing obvious, so... Now this is upper deck railing. Yeah, I guess we ended up here at the upper deck, as opposed to the lower deck, or the mid deck, so it's alright. Not any magical sequence here. There's less open deck here than one would think, because we have that big building in the middle. I don't know if it'll be called a gazebo or if it'll be something else. And again, I'm not sure if this upper deck railing is all just one big piece or how that's gonna go. Okay, this is upper deck top side. But yes, we don't have any joists up here, so those joists are gonna have to get handled from the bottom. But yes, I would say this upper deck railing is definitely all one large piece, just like the other part is. Oh, there we go. That's nice. So that was just, I think, the stair top. It wasn't the stairs, so let's be clear. It was not that large. Assuming the windows are gonna, do their thing. There's the trim, the frame. Alright, missing link factor, sometimes called Bigfoot, because one of their big foot, kind of like a bear's. The other one's small, like a cat's. Okay, I found track interesting. I read it too slow, because his method of spelling things, especially cause, is a little distracting to me. But I guess Bigfoot has multiple size feet, which is something I didn't know. Alright, window frame. Again, we gotta get it from both sides. Alright, let's get this handrail kind of cleaned up from this side. We'll obviously have to get it from the other side as well. But this way, we're in good shape. Okay, nothing down there. But yeah, we gotta turn back and get this direction. And then we should be able to get through here, get to this side of the floor. Oh, we already got a piece of the wall. That's nice. Upper house wall cleaned. So this is actually working out nicely. Window taken care of already. I do like this power washer a lot. So, you know, it should hopefully help us move through some jobs. Maybe we'll get some easier ones through the garage again. And then, you know, be able to make some good progress. I'm still a little worried about the restroom. I think that one is going to be really unpleasant for various reasons. Not the least of which is the fact that it's a restroom. Alright, so we're not getting the window frame yet. Interesting. I thought for sure, coming at it from the direction I did, that we would have. Yeah, I wonder if it's... No, it's not the front side. Am I missing something there? Not much. Alright, well, we've got the lantern. We've got the top. Okay, vertical house. Alright, there we go. So we did get the window frame. It can be gotten. That's always a good thing. We're probably going to want to somehow get up on top there. Alright. Just keep working on the ground. There's just a lot of deck. The grass was confusing. I'm like, why is that not coming off? Because it's grass. It can't come off. I suppose if I'm close enough with the power washer, I probably could kill the grass and just rip it literally right off the yard. I don't think it works that way in the sim, but certainly in reality it would. Alright. So, yeah, this is a big building up here. But I guess that makes sense then why the space up here is so large. So the lantern's taken care of, that one's taken care of. Again, we're going to have the frame somewhere. Alright, that little piece is done. Alright, we got that. Oh wow, look. Bing, bing, bing. So we've gone from like 550 to 600 already. But yeah, this will be nice because this should get us close to 2,000 by the time we're done. Not that we're like, I don't know that I have anything specific I need to purchase. It's not like I'm waiting for anything with bated breath or anything like that. But yeah, this just feels like there is a lot. So, I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, this is kind of simple, but I don't know if this would be a relaxing job or not. Or if it would just be irritating, kind of, you know, listening to the power washer and the spraying all for hours on end as you do things. Or, you know, is it entertaining in its own way? So I also think we have, what do we, oh, can we pick up like the scaffold there? I don't know what else it would have me pick up. I don't think there's a ladder around here. Again, I'm thinking that's something that it's not, but it's not. Alright, so we should have room here where we can step back. Alright, there we go. I'm like, the lower wall should be pretty darn near done, and it was. It just took a little bit of extra effort. Alright, so we got, oh wow, I did not realize this went up like that. So a lot of surfaces here. I'm wondering, are these like individual wall pieces? They may be. Diagonal house trim is clean. That window is clean. Yeah, this is where it really helps, because with the lighter one, like, I could not get that high up the roof line. Alright, well, that was a big piece of wall. That's nice. I was hoping we were at 50%, but not yet. So I'm sure, yes, the windows will go relatively quickly, but the window frames, I'm sure, are going to need, you know, the other direction here. Roof underside. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I'm glad that went. Alright, that frame went. Maybe we have to come at it this way. Yep. Alright, so we got the wall. We got that frame, but somehow this frame, not so much. Alright, so I think we got a lot of things. Vertical trim. Oh, goodness. Although, yeah, some of this is just outside dirt, so we'll worry about that later. Let's get this part. There we go. We got a couple of those. Let's just get the deck up here toward the tree, but okay, there is a ladder up here, which is good, because I was trying to wonder, like, what's going to be the best way to get on the roof here? But I'm not sure that we have much more. Wow, we're still not halfway, and we are amazingly not even at 40 minutes yet. I don't know how that's possible. It seems like there's way more here than meets the eye. We'll get the lantern. Alright. Okay, upper wall good. Just get this part. And spray the other side of the lantern. Alright, so we got the upper wall there, that part of things, and probably worth getting the floor here. Alright, still a bit confusing with the trees in the background. Definitely a little more challenging to get cleaned and washed. Alright, edges, windows. Alright, 50%. We are not even seeing the other side of this upper deck yet. I knew this would be a big job, but I think it's proving bigger than I expected even. But yeah, we'll worry about the other parts when we're on top. Get some of this. Get those eaves. Now we got these posts. Yeah, a lot going on with cleaning all the different angles. Again, ladders on the floor get difficult because they're on the floor and they're going to leave a pattern. So I'm definitely going to have to kind of clean that up. Alright, upper railing looking pretty solid. It's actually not too bad. I've been able to get to most of the directions there. Oh, wow, we're already at 700. Alright, so we're actually able to get a lot of the deck. I mean, there's obviously going to be I'm sure the pattern of the ladder. Oh no, this isn't. I thought I was already back around, but I'm not. Wow. So yeah, there could be a lot of decks still. We got some doors, we got some windows. Gonna have some lanterns again on this side. We're gonna have the opening up there that we're gonna need to take care of as well. So hopefully we can get the same value on the top as we did the other way, that most of this, it gives us credit. So yeah, that diagonal trim is working out nicely. The roof underside. Another diagonal trim piece. Posts. But yeah, I can't even see where the stairs are coming up. So that is a scary thought when you get into it, honestly. Alright. Let's get the post, the ground. Gotta get everything on that side. Alright, so we got that post. Whoops, we'll get to the post. But we've got this picnic table area that, oh, this is this is the stair from the middle. Now I see. I'm like, wait, there's stairs, but not the stairs I'm thinking of. But we can get here. And clean up some of the things from the other angle. Get up there. Wow. There's just a lot. Yeah, a lot of nooks and crannies. Upper deck, top side, what is this? Chair. Okay. So I assume those will go relatively quickly. But they may not, but let's get this area clean through here. Alright, and there is our car. So I think, no, we come up somewhere around the turn, so... Alright, and the table, I'm sure, will go a bit quickly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm honestly getting a little bit of a headache, but I don't know if it's just the sound in my ears. Could be the headset pressing on my temples. I don't know. It's not like it's the longest I've ever been in headphones or anything, so it is a bit odd. So I'll be honest that way. It's not a reaction I would expect. Probably gonna have to crawl underneath and get like the inside of the logs eventually. And this upper deck railing, this is gonna take a bit. I mean, because again, we're We're getting some decent pace. It's not terrific, certainly. But, you know, we're going to have all this outside edge that we're going to be dealing with. You know, in the middle deck, I don't know that it looks incredibly small either. I was going to say what was coming out of my mouth was soft, which makes no sense. That's not... It's made of wood. It's hard. But yeah, we got the table. I mean, we haven't even gotten to, like... I'm not even sure we've gotten to 25% on the railing. The dining table, I'm sure, has the underside, so I'm sure that's a big reason. There's still a good half of that left. Let's head on over here. We'll get the corner and the edge. Okay. They deposit their scat in bundles much like a wild dog, with which they apparently share an identical diet. Oh, okay. We'll go with that, I guess. Oh, not sure. I guess it's the little seat things. I don't know what else would be dinging yet. Alright, we're still at 60%. I was going to say, I know we hit 60% a little while ago, but clearly it's not gotten any better. What is over there? Oh my goodness. So like on the stairway or something, on the middle stairway, there's like a landing with some furniture, so that's going to be a bit as well. Just trying to get that. There we go. Alright, so we got that. And then, yes, we've got the underside of the table, which is not surprising. Alright, the other side of the chair. Alright, dining table still has some pieces. So my guess is it's more the legs, the underside. Alright, chair is cleaned. Alright, so let's just make sure we've gotten a good portion of all of this. Alright, that's all there, that's all down. Oh. Yeah, we've got to keep going all the way around. What am I doing? I'm like, oh yeah, we're ready to go down. We're not even close, if you really think about it. I would have thought the post was done, lantern is done. What am I missing? Alright, there we go. So we got the pillar, as it's called, not the post. I don't think we're going to be at 75% by the time we get around the deck. I think that's too hopeful. I think if we're at 65%, I'd consider that a victory. Alright, a good hunk of lower wall. Okay, we're going to get windows, window frames. So all of that's going to come together. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of extra outside stuff on the railing. Alright, so let's go back this way. And I'm sure again I probably have to come at this from this side to get everything on the frames, which is accurate. Alright. So let's get some of this again. Alright, I think I already got that underside. Alright, well the good news is we can see the end. Alright, window done. Upper wall done. Oh, we got the lower house trim. I don't know if that really went like all the way around, and the upper house trim. So I'd say those are all good victories. Alright, things are definitely dinging really fast. But we're also in areas we've touched before. Vertical house trim. Alright, upper wall, lower wall. Upper vertical frame. Alright, there we go. Vertical and window. And then we can get back at the floor. Good news is we're at 65% already. But we do have most of the upper deck areas in pretty good shape here. Alright. So we have that. Nothing really showing up on the floor. So yeah, there's the staircase, there's the middle deck, there's the lower deck. Like, there's still large areas that we need to get. Wow, upper deck top side is clean. Well, that was unexpected. But yeah, upper deck railing, we're only halfway. But again, a large part of that, I think, is because a lot of it isn't accessible from the ground. Oh, I missed like all this up here. Partially because I was just worried about the wall and where things sat. Alright, so we got the upper deck top side, but we're going to go ahead and grab the ladder and get up on the roof, I think. So we'll put it here. Alright, roof cap. That should, I assume, go pretty easy. We'll do it this way. Kind of going down the roof seems better. In most cases when I've done the roofs. Because shooting up the roof, it gets very close to kind of being in your face faster than you need it to be. But I'm guessing, yeah, that's a separate roof for sure across the divider. Alright, but yeah, this power washer's doing a way better job than anything else I've had equipped before. Just not leaving much once we touch things that is not handled. Alright, the roof cap should be easy enough. I say that, and then obviously... Are they calling, like, all of this the roof cap? Oh, yes, okay. That makes more sense now. Alright, so let's go over here, because I'm thinking these sections will be pieces unto themselves. Or not. So is this really part? I guess this is part of it. Okay. Because, yeah, on the monastery, the other side of the eave was not part of the same piece of roof. Alright, so that's that. The roof trim is cleaned. Fascia, not so much. Alright, so I'm thinking the round part of the roof is all kind of one big thing. Whoops, my favorite. Like, I don't know why it's not moving. It's not, but... Alright. So, maybe with the roof we'll be close to 75% by the time we get all this done. Alright, get up here. Now we've got all this. And this piece is all part of the roof segment, so I assume it will bling soon. There we go. And then we've got another one of these, which should go in one large piece. Alright, so let's get the fascia. And then let's get the other side of the roof. Alright, well, we got that. Ay, 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 ay. I'm tired. I will tell you that. This is wearing you out. That's for sure. Coming up on an hour. I mean, I've done things that were 2 hours, and I haven't felt this worn out. Now, again, it's a different time of day than sometimes I play, where sometimes I'm not quite in the same mental use before, I guess is the easiest way to explain it. So, yeah, not sure. But we'll get over here. Second guessing my, it'll be 75% before I finish the roof. I don't know that that's true. I mean, we do have, you know, some to go, but it's not like some crazy amount. I mean, I suppose the thing that bodes possible is we are at 73 now. So we've only got a couple percent to go. Just trying to get a little closer here. Alright, so the underside of the roof cap is something to hopefully not forget. Alright, so we got the roof there. That roof there is good. The roof cap up top, not so clean, but there we go. Alright, so do I have everything up here? I think so. Alright, so now we can head on down. So, will it put it down? It will not. So, I guess for now, although, yeah, we've got pieces up here that aren't done, so vertical trim, window. It looked like, oh, no, I guess maybe the lower house wall did get handled. Door frame, not so much. Oh, door handles or door. Alright, upper wall. Alright, door. Alright, so we got the door. We're going to have a lot of these. I don't know if these are all pieces. Alright, so that's the roof trim. It's just hard to get out of that angle. Alright, let's get out there, see if we can... Alright, so the fascia's clean. The vertical house trim is clean. I'm just trying to make sure that we've got everything we can taken care of. Alright, vertical house trim cleaned. Because, yeah, the thing is, the eaves, I think, are, again, all that underside. So we got the same fascia issue here. Whoops. Alright, I think we got the fascia. What have we got? Anything left here that's blinking on me? Doesn't look like it. Alright, so I'm assuming... Alright, roof trim, eaves... Ay, can't get that piece. Alright, so we'll go this way. So I'm thinking the eaves are going to be the hardest part, honestly. Alright, roof trim. Alright, eaves are cleaned. Now it's the upper deck railing, but I think that's up above. Just don't know. Just kind of checking the lanterns, making sure nothing's showing up. But we almost got... Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's something... Window frame somewhere here. Alright, so I think we got that. Alright, so we're gonna go down, I think, go down this way. I'm thinking maybe we look at the stairs from this direction. Staircase, rail, handling. But yeah, I think the upper rail we're gonna have to use, the scaffolding to finish that up. And maybe even some of these too. I mean, if they ding on me, yay, but if they don't, I understand as well. Alright, let's look at it from this side. Just make sure we're getting everything we can. Alright, staircase handrail, but this staircase handrail, no such luck. So that's interesting. But I wonder if somehow from the outside we got it. Alright, well, we went right past 75% to 76 without noticing, so that's good, because I was at 74 and then was like, ooh, we almost got to 74, but we didn't. Alright, research table, huh? Oh, mid-deck rail, cleaned. Awesome. But yeah, coming right up here. And the good news is mid-deck top side not very large. So I assume that'll go relatively quickly. Mid-deck railing also, I would assume, is not very large. And then that's the lower deck, which is gonna take a bit. Okay, the research, I wasn't sure if that vise was gonna be treated separately. Let's get the floor here. Get the rail. Yeah, I mean, I do think this was better, because otherwise this would have just kind of been sitting in the back of my head as like this giant thing. And it's not to say that there isn't going to be something even bigger that we're going to get asked to do after this. But, yeah, I passed this on a few times, and I'm like, I just need to tackle it and get it taken care of, because otherwise we're just going to kind of have it hanging over our head the whole time. Alright, so that middle joist is clear, which is good. Not quite sure exactly where that all was from, but I don't know if it was, yeah. Alright, so there's middle deck top side, which kind of looks like it's basically done. There we go. And then, yes, we've got this research table. I am fully standing up. So, we're going to pop up here. I know the underside is the biggest piece, so let's commit this here and see how quickly we can get this handled. But I know, you know, the leg, all of that. I'm surprised. I would have thought that that would have been a little bit cleaner to deal with. I guess there's some more nooks and crannies here than I would have thought, so, alright. And then we'll have the same thing. We're going to have the outer edge here, which should hopefully be all of it. There we go. Alright. So we got that. We do have this railing that we didn't get very well. Their scent is very much like that of a muskrat, and they seem to crouch right down when marking their territory to appear much smaller than they are. Who knew about all the big feet? And they only had one big foot. That thing's still... I mean, obviously they're making that up here for all of this, but it's still interesting. Alright, 80%. Let's start going through here. We'll see if we can get more stair railings or whatever. Take these from this direction. Alright. Oh, steps are clean. Look at that. Wow. That was faster than expected for sure. This is not that large, so I am a bit surprised. Alright, well, that's good. That rail is done. And again, maybe that'll blink out soon. Clearly it's not as simple as one might think. Alright. Okay, so we got that, and I think it was like 10, so... But yeah, we're going to be getting to the point where then we're kind of asking for... you know, looking at the areas like, alright, what do we have left? But now we'll have gotten most of the things. We do have this that we have to deal with, so maybe I'll do that real quick. 'Cause there you go, that blinked that out nice and quickly. Alright. And then we have a lower deck, top side picnic table. So yeah, maybe we'll just get the floor done and then we'll come back and do the railing. That might be the simplest thing. Rather than trying to handle the railing as we go around and all that. I mean, again, if we get pieces of it, that's one thing, but... But I think it'll just feel a lot more complete if I can get large pieces of flooring done. I think it's a grill over there. I'm thinking those are like tanks. And then we've got another stairway, which I don't know that I knew was there. So, all those things bode well because they're large pieces of things to clean that I wasn't really aware were still there, so... Because otherwise I'm like, oh, we just got these little pieces that we need to get, and then it just seems to take forever once we get to, like, say 90%. Alright, but we are past halfway on the top side lower deck. So again, trying for the most part to focus on the lower level items. Get out that direction. Alright, not much left there. Alright, so we got some sort of piece. Alright, and the gas bottles, so those will... You know, and again, if I get the grill done or whatever, that's fine. I just didn't want to get hung up in the railing more than I needed to. Barbecue grill. Okay, chopping table, chopping board. Alright, getting through there. And now we'll turn through here, and then we'll get the other parts of the grill later. I'm surprised, because I think at this point, yes, there we go. I'm like, we have a lot of it taken care of. So, alright, now we've got the back of this. So the grill, the barbecue drum, whatever you want to call it. The gas bottles. There shouldn't be much. Get underneath there. Alright, what am I missing on the bottle there? Okay, there we go. So the gas bottle is clean. Not sure what else we've got with the tables and the sides and all that. Got the underside of the grill. Alright, barbecue stand is cleaned. But the barbecue drum, not so much. Alright, grill is good, but not the drum yet. Wow. What is left? I see. There's some there. So there's some there. No. Alright, well, let me work on the railing now. Because, yeah, we're still not at 90%. And now we've got kind of the top side of everything. I know I still have some flooring and all that, but... yeah, the railings are going to be a big piece, and that's just going to take some time on the outside, I'm sure. Although this bottom railing, I was hoping we had gotten a good portion of it taken care of, but obviously not enough to kind of call things out cleanly. Gotta go back this way. Ah. And I guess the good news is the railing is chewing up pieces pretty quickly in some areas, but just always seems to be that last little bit is always... oh, there we go. Alright. So, what have we got? Oh, okay, so there are pieces of lower deck railing. Alright, let's get under here, because we know that's gonna... Oh boy. Curious how we're gonna catch some of these segments, I guess, but we'll go to the other side, maybe. Alright, table is done. Let's get the upper deck underside here, and the joists, and all that. Now we're up to 90%, so that's nice to know. Alright, we got that. Alright, wow. Alright, so part of the lower railing is in segments, so that's important to know as well. Because I don't know that I knew that offhand. Jeez. Alright, let's go down the stairs, get this stuff, but yeah, we can see the outside railing. We really didn't hit much, so we'll try all that. But not a huge stairway, but still big enough that I'm sure we should get 1 or 2% here. Man, that handrail is... there's a lot here. Alright, kind of at that point where I'm talked out. We're getting up to an hour and a half. There's definitely a lot going on, or has been going on, so. Alright, let's get this side. Alright, so let's hop down here, because, yeah, we didn't really handle any of this as we came up. We did the signs, and then we kind of moved on. So, let me get the railings from down here. Let's see. See if this moves along any quicker. But I would hope from this side that we can get a lot of this taken care of. So I'm like, what are we missing? But yeah, it looks like from this direction there's still a lot. Okay. So let me try to get the inside here, just so from this view it looks pretty good. And then we'll take, again, because this bottom portion, I think, does a lot. Alright, cool. So we got that part of the railing. And it's just a matter. Alright, that's good. So let's get the staircase. I don't know that I did the underside of this staircase. So that may also be part of what it'll take to get this done. So let's go take a look at that. Oh, we got the border there too. I didn't realize. Alright. But yes, we did not get any of this. So, we'll try to get this done. There we go. Alright. And then, yes, the playground border. So, let's try to take care of all that. We obviously got to do the outside edge and then the inside edge too. But this should go a long way. I thought I had gotten everything down here done. Obviously not. So yeah, there's a lot going on with the border, which is good because then hopefully it'll blink away pretty quick. There we go, $8. Alright, so do we have, is everything down here taken care of? I think so. Alright, so we're going to get up on this. So we didn't quite make it to 95, which is unfortunate. But, you know, hopefully we'll get a good portion of these done. There we go. Upper deck. Because yeah, we'll be able to get on these segments here. Interesting that that whole view is not done. Alright, the upper deck joist. That was the upper deck underside. Oh, that was important getting that. Okay, some of these are just too far gone, obviously. So definitely a lot of pieces we can't reach here. Alright, so we're going to pick this up. Going to put it over there. That should then help with some of this. I mean, we're getting a lot of the underside, but the problem we're not getting is those joists. That's the part that's not working out. So, wow. So yeah, this is all going to take a long time, it looks like. So that's not great by any stretch. So the question is, if I go to the turbo nozzle, is that going to work, or is that going to be really, really challenging? Because I would think the turbo nozzle's got a little bit more reach. But yeah, it is not getting what I would think. Alright, so what I may do is I may take this, let me try this and just put this like outside here. Really get it out of the way. I assume all of these, yeah, all of these are good. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the 15, and then we're gonna hit all of these so, maybe this is too far. It's hard to tell. It seems like I can get a lot of this. So let me keep going over here. I'm just trying to get the upper deck rim joist now. And then we'll get the other pieces. Alright, because yeah, the railing is different. Alright, so we got that part around the tree done. Alright, so let's see if we can get most of this here. Okay. We got that underside. Because I'm assuming we're going to need to go to the other part of those joists. Wow. The middle rim joist is still... There's still a lot. Alright, so let's go over here. How is that still pending? I don't understand. Wow. Okay. We got one, finally. Alright, that one is done. Because that's the upper deck joist. Like, again, I don't know that we're going to be able... I mean, I guess I am getting that from here. There's just so much that is a challenge on if we can get it all cleaned or not. But I think rather than moving things around, like this just seems a lot easier to deal with, just shooting it from up here, kind of straightening things out. Because once again, I'm sure we've got to get to the other side of the joist. So I don't expect like one direction getting there, but I mean, you can see things are going down, so things are being cleaned, even though we really don't see them. Alright, so now if we go here, like I would hope, wow, we just cannot get there. That is not boding well, I'll tell you that. 'Cause if I... Come on. How are these joists not getting cleaned up? So maybe we do need... Alright, so let me make sure the lower deck. Alright, let's do the lower rim joists. I don't understand. So do I have a problem? Okay, I do have a problem from this side. Alright, lower deck railing is good. Alright, so that's done. Okay, so we can hopefully get a lot of this lower deck railing taken care of from down here. Alright, and that was the joist as well. Okay, lower deck railing cleared there. Let's just make sure. So I think we're good. Alright, lower deck railing, 4 of 4, joists, lower deck top side. So everything in the lower deck. Alright, somewhere we have a lantern. Let's see if we can figure out where that is. Because those will be a little tricky to find. Oops, alright. Okay, it's not that one. Not any of those. Come on, where is it? There's not one up there. Okay. So that's the round one. Let me go look at other lanterns. Okay, where? There we go. I'm like, there's other staircases. I know that. Alright, so there's no lantern there. It's not those. I don't understand then where. Alright, well, we'll deal with these, I guess, where we can. Try to get this railing cleaned up. Okay, I'm guessing this is down here and all part of the same railing. So I'm just trying to get that lower joist done. Surprised it's not. There we go. Alright, I'm like, I don't know what else is left there. Wow. Now the upper deck railing is getting me concerned here because okay, so we did something there. Should be able to get this. And maybe this is all just one big round railing. No, clearly not. Okay, why is this rim joist? What's wrong with it? Alright, so maybe it's all the way up here. And all the way over to some degree, so might not be able to get there. Trying to get these where I can see things. Aha. There's the lantern. Did not realize there was one hanging on the tree. Okay, so that's that. Alright, and the upper railing we're going to have to get some other way. We're still getting a barrel here. Okay, barbecue drum finally done. Alright, so we can get some of this. Where I can, because if I can see things where I can move around, like that will be helpful. Just obviously can't get too much from here, but we can get some. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I don't know that we can get, like I've gotten some of the metal from here, but that may be all I can do without more scaffolding and so forth. Alright, so let me try to do that. Why won't it put it down? That seems way too far away, but yeah, that is like too far away. Can I do it with that other one's too low? But that may be my only option, so we'll try that. Is that it? Okay, so there we go. So we got the staircase, and then we can get the other pieces here that should help immensely. And again, we can get the ends and the edges and alright, I just want to make sure I'm not seeing anything. What am I seeing there? closer here. If we can do that, that might work nicely. Oh, we did get one, amazingly. But man, there's so many other joists. Alright, so let's see, can I get it there? I cannot. So that's unfortunate. Where is this? Come on, it's like blinking in there at some point, but like it just won't let me put it down. But finally it did. Alright, so that is cleaned. Again, this would not seem like it would be one railing. Whoops. But it may be. Okay. So the middle railing is cleaned. Alright, so now let's look. Middle deck railings, middle joists. Okay. So let's get those. So we're gonna have to basically put this underneath here. Come on. Really? How is that not working? I am very surprised. So how do I get to that if I can't? Alright, well, put it out there and we'll see, I guess, if we can... Alright, there's that. And then we have... So I'm guessing it's gotta be from this side. Alright, so we got that. Are those all the middle joists? Yes. Alright, middle deck railings. Alright. So that's those pieces, middle joists. Okay. So I think we have everything in the middle. Vertical house trims and lower house walls. So let's go deal with those. So that's all upstairs. And then we just have the upper joists underneath. Alright, vertical trims. Okay, so there's one there. Okay, that's one, and I think there was one more. Okay, is that all of the vertical house trim? Yes. And then lower house walls, so... I see. So it's getting underneath, probably. Okay, this one's not blinking. But yeah, my guess is it's all of these underneath the window. Is probably what we have, so makes a little more sense. All right. Are there any more? Yes. All right. And is that it? Or is there more? So that may be it. Oh, the barbecue side table. So let's go figure out where that is. It's not... Okay, well I can't get to it there. So I think it's down below here. There we go. Alright, so what have I got that is not showing up here? Because, yeah, I'm just not seeing... I see there's a little bit there. Where else? All I can think of is just the underside somewhere. Nope. Wow, what else? There's nothing showing up here. There's nothing showing up there. There's nothing showing up there. Over there. Come on. I don't understand. I mean, I'm as low as I can be. Alright, well, whatever it was that. Alright, so we're clean, 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 clean. I'm sure it's just going to be upper joist. Okay, spiral staircase, handrail. So that is a big one. But we'll go down here. The spiral staircase is there. Oh boy, how do we possibly find where? All right, I see some stuff up there. There's just little pieces here and there. Because I am not seeing spots here. Nothing there. A little bit there. A little bit there. It's like a needle in a haystack on this thing. Alright, well that's the upper deck, so none of that helps me here. Alright, well there's a few items. Alright. So we have that, and then we have spiral staircase. Okay, upper, 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 upper. Alright, and window frames. So let's get those taken care of. Okay, there's one there. Alright, and then where is the other one? 14 of 15. Any here? Nope. Those appear okay. Oh, I thought I got that one, but I must have missed it somewhere. Alright, so we've got the window frames, and now it's just, yeah. We have railings, joists, rim joists, like, yeah, now it's just a lot of stuff. All on the upper deck, so be prepared, right? Alright, well, I am just gonna go up here where this one is. Okay. So we need to go all the way. Alright. And it's just getting all of these taken care of. That's gonna be a lot. But obviously, you know, we knew this would be kind of the last great craziness that we had. But hopefully it won't be crazy crazy. Alright. So we've got that. I mean, we can kind of get there from here, but yeah, it's probably honestly not much worth it. So I'm going to just try to get that last segment here before the tree trunk. There's a lot there, so that'll let me do that. And then we can get that angle. Oh boy. That angle. Man, it is just not letting me take this on. Alright. So I think we're good there. We can get ourselves moving faster that way. If I put myself there, hopefully that gives me a good view. But yeah, this is the part that is just going to take a bit because we got to get access to so many spaces here. And yes, you know, with the joists, it's kind of going quickly, but not entirely. Alright, there we go. So that's one rim joist, one thing at a time. But yeah, those underside joists, I think, are going to be the worst. Because I can't use this to get to those. That I can see, because I can't fit this underneath. But yeah, somehow this upper deck railing, I mean, unless maybe that's part of it. Yeah, maybe that's just part of it. Okay. Because it's like, if it doesn't take pieces of it, what is it doing? Because I can't see either. Oh my goodness. It just won't let me. Because it's like the camera's in the way, so that almost makes it worse. Come on. I don't know that that's close enough. see. Maybe I get it on the other side of the path. Because if I can put it over... Come on. It seems too far away. But we're going to have to try, I guess. Alright, well, it did let me get there. Alright, and it did give me that. So I guess that works. Yay. Alright, so then at this point we need to go here. Wow. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it gave me that. Can I get where I need to? Alright, it gave me that. So let's see, what have we got? Railing, we've got one railing. And we've got 3 rim joists. So I guess let me just verify where that is. I mean, I'm assuming it's over by the... Ooh. How do we get that one? I think that's going to be the hardest one. Alright, we've got some scaffolds over there, so we're not going to carry more than we need to. My goodness. Alright, so if I go... I want it more that way. Alright, like this is pretty bad, so... Alright, there's the rim joist. Question is again, how challenging will be the railing? Alright. How do we get that one? That one's just got to be accessible from the stairs, so... So we should be able to get this, like, from here. Alright, so we got that. We have one more. So let's see where that lives. I assume it's the other side there. Or not. Yeah, rim joists. Okay, where? It's not blinking there. Ah, okay. So yeah, that one's harder to see. But it should be accessible. There we go. Alright. So now underdeck, undersides. So I think we're going to need the short piece again, because I don't think we're going to be able to, like, we can't get these under here. Right? No. We cannot. So it's got to be this. So let me get the upper deck undersides. Those will be fewer. And honestly, they're the ones with bigger pieces. Where are they? Okay, I see one there. At least I thought I did. Okay. Alright, I might just be able to get that off the stairs. Okay. So that was a couple. That's a couple. That's good. Alright, so I think all we have left are these. Alright, so basically everything, but everything but what I have. So let's pick this up, put it there. So wait a minute. Like, how do we get the angle that we need? Okay. That's that. Oh boy. Just not sure. I'm like, can I get up enough where this will work or not? See, I can't tell if the joist is getting handled or not. Doesn't look like it is at this point. Because it's like, if I can do it from here, but I don't know that I can. Oh my goodness. Alright. So yes, I think the best we have is there. But I don't know if how I can easily get to these. Are they all? Man, I just don't know. Let's see, they're over on the edge here. Oh, this is awful and difficult. Alright, well, we're getting that one, but man. It's just like you literally can almost not see where there's a problem. Like you can kind of get some things, but not really. Oof. Alright, what about here? Can I get? So, yeah, now I know why the cameras are there. Ay, ay, ay. Oh my goodness, how do we get this? Let's see, I don't know that it's gonna let me get that angle. So you can start to see how awful this is. It's pretty darn awful. Alright, so we've got some, but there's nothing else. There's that one there, so I guess we just move over this way as much as we can. Put this like way over there somewhere. I don't understand. Why won't it let me just put it somewhere? Because again, what I want to do is kind of get this over here where I can get at it from this side, because I'm assuming that's what I need to do. Okay. So, do I have any? I do not. So, I just need to now move this forward. So, let's see if we can make it work there. Alright, now let's... Come on. Somehow... Alright, so now I need to take this, move it over here. Hopefully that's close enough that I can then come over here and get this side. Looks like it. Alright. And then again, we need to get a little closer there. You know, and again, it's possible I need to get to the other side on some of these. Ay, ay, ay. So, yeah. Not simple by any stretch. So, we're down to 10, I guess. Oh, come on. Alright, where are we? Alright, so there's a little bit of that one. Okay. So we got 3 more. The majority of these are here. So it's looking like maybe. Come on. Try to do it like in that direction where maybe we can just get enough of it. 'Cause yeah, like this one clearly, like I can see all kinds of dirt. And similarly, we can see a lot of dirt there. Come on. Alright, so we're down to 4. Alright, so there is one there, but... Alright, so that one appears... Whoops. Alright, so again, I'm going to see if I can get... Can I get to that one from the stairs? No. Alright. My goodness. So, one more somewhere, I assume on this side. Yep. Doesn't look like it's there. Is it there? I think this is it. Holy moly. Alright, another like 2.5 hour one. But yeah, I knew it would be crazy. It certainly was. Alright, treehouse looks mighty fine. You've spruced the spruce. I can't tell you how good it is to pirouette down those steps and smell fresh pine through the window. I was this close to packing up and moving out, but now I'm more determined than ever to find evidence of a beautiful missing link. Alright, and all we have left is the washroom, but the good news is we've gotten a good amount of money, so you know, as far as achieving achievements, some of it are just like buying a bunch of things and whatever. That'll get us closer to doing that, but We'll worry about the next thing next time. We'll see when I have the energy to jump in and deal with that. As always, if you've enjoyed this, haven't dropped a like or subscribe, please consider that, and I will see you next time.